Look, I just stopped it, so I'm gonna have to fucking edit these together. That's Cabosia, though, instead of pausing it, I press stop. That's Cabosia, right? And the sort of stuff he did in the 20s was like that. Shit like this. Which led to like things like deck excess flats, like the landscapes you see in Clockwork Orange, things like that. But for social housing, and it just, and schools, and just no soul to any of it. All about function, and they tried dressing it up and making 40 reasons for it and stuff, but most of it's just soul destroying. Soul destroying. To me anyway, I think so. Like, parts of it are like, yeah, you could live with your holiday home for a lot, but not for towns and cities in the future. It's just, and of course they use all the clever new technology to do stuff like this, and but they no longer build stuff. Remember that Castle Chambord, like double helix staircase, one staircase, spiral staircase for going down, one spiral staircase for going up. One can be going down, one can be up, and you won't even see each other. And it's the double helix. Before they knew about the double helix. And look at that, it's just fucking soul destroying. Some people like it, but I think a lot of people like it just because they want to be fashionable or whatever, just want to sound fucking... How can you compare? How can you compare? Sorry for keep on finishing. Look at that. See, sometimes when I see mountain ranges, I see structures like that, bigger was once upon top of it, and after some type of catastrophe, whatever, reset, whatever you want to call it, it changed and it all got filled in and looks like a rock. And then you might see a doorway or something, and people think, oh, they carved a doorway in there. And when it was built, just like that, built. See, they always say Greek architecture, don't they? As other people pointed out, it's Turkish and all that Eastern Mediterranean, isn't it? The Iranians, the Iraqis, Babylonian, all that, they were streets ahead of the West, right? We didn't even have castles in Europe till the 1st century or just before. We have evidence of monks forging documents so they can grab land, saying, look, we found these documents in this abbey, which means this land was left to us by blah blah blah. So they just use that as an excuse to steal land, and it fucks up the timeline. And then we have that Scaliger guy, and they're finding documentation, and they're finding it in each other's libraries, and then verifying it for each other. And I learnt that off Logos Media, and he not just took his word for it, he showed it, he lays it out, he shows you all the notations and everything. The guy, he's so thorough. I don't know why the guy's not got millions of subs, because he's... Anyway, beside the point. See what I'm saying? Imagine that getting smashed with like some sort of fucking huge amount of water, then maybe getting fucking electrified and fucking boiled, and then plasma hitting parts of it, and see a lot of people are going for this melted brick thing, and I can see where plasmas hit certain places and stuff, but and they're going about the vitrified forts in Scotland, but they're saying that was an actual technique that the builders knew about and did to strengthen the walls. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. The Dutch Golden Age. Look, everywhere had a golden age, didn't it? And it's always this, you know, they went from wherever to wherever to wherever, to France, to Holland, to Britain, then America, and now they just have the whole world in their hands. Well, we built that out, and then we've got this guy here. Influenced them all. Swiss, French, funnily enough. Dedicated to better living conditions for the residents of Crowley cities. He was most influential in urban planning and a founding member of Congress of the International of the Architecture Moderne. Sorry if I keep sticking my phone over that fucking camera. It must be absolutely annoying, I'm sorry. In fact, I'll just turn my camera off, right? How long have I been lagging on anyway? I think this might be boring for some. But yeah, I'm saying all the houses just, well, start getting into this cubism, painting, ugly art. It started getting from cubism and all that. Look, they were built in 1927. So he's one of the people you got to thank for the utilitarianism of our buildings today. I don't know if we can find it, but have you seen the pictures of Lenin going through time? It's like 3 different soldiers, different wars, over like, you know, since days, first days of photography right up to Putin now. Did I say Lenin? I meant Putin. And they're all dead ringers for him. It's not the first time I've heard that, but I saw it up there with 3 pictures and I thought, wow, there's definitely something cloney. I don't know if it is cloney or live forever. There's something going on beyond our reality. I don't know if I mentioned it, but there's a guy I know, he owns a couple of shops, hairdresser shops and all that. He's been shut down for ages, blah blah blah. Long story short, I was talking to him and he started getting into Q-drop and all that, and yeah, never normally talk to him about anything like this. So I told him a few of my theories and all that, and he said, you know what, he said, if you'd have told me that 8 weeks ago, guys, I'd have told you to go and get your head checked. He said, but now, he says, I can believe anything is possible. And I tried telling him that I think Q-Drop's just a psyop, just to keep everyone in the place and not do anything crazy, and, you know, just to pacify people. And he said he could see that. I explained about the Templars and the Phoenicians, but limited time, and, you know, you can only get so much information someone at once. But he was very open, and it was most refreshing speaking to someone who was not online and out there and on the ball, and like an intelligent person, and, you know, no insult, but people like normally around me are just too busy living from day to day, getting what they can get, to worry about this sort of carry on. Yeah, so foundation clubbers, World Heritage Site, memorials, they love him. His hometown, bless your phone, Swiss. So, part of the Octagon as well. He asked me, did the guy I'm talking about with the businesses and that, do I think there was a plane at the Pentagon in 9/11? And I said no, but I didn't get a chance to tell him about the missing trillions, what were being audited in the office that day. They'd been announced in House of Representatives, the other one, the Senate, 2 days before, and they were starting to audit the money, and that's where the plane hit. He said, what about the other plane? Like, what the passengers supposed to brought down over the field? I said, yeah, but where were the luggage? I said, you look at any other passenger plane crash in history, there's fucking luggage everywhere, there's not one bit. And then he didn't know about the passport flying down from the Twin Towers, and it just happened to be a singed copy of one of the actual kidnappers, hijackers. So that cheered me up. Anyway, you've made it this long, good on you. Anyway, over and out, thanks for listening. Listen, it will get better soon. We're gonna end up right in wee little villages of us. This is what I think anyway. Because if we get too big of a village, they'll break it up, they'll fuck it up. But if we have wee little villages where we blend in, but we're all like-minded people, and we're linked up with other like-minded people, we can set up a way where we can get info or equipment or whatever needed to whoever it's needed, and places to stay and safe places, etc, etc. But the way to do it is to build your own local sort of village type thing. I've heard the word village mentioned before, and everyone's saying, oh, wouldn't it be great, we'll go away and we'll buy land and all that. I've heard Matt say it, I've heard Martin say it, and I used to think about myself all the time, but they'll fuck you up, they'll David Crash you at the very, worst case scenario, easiest case scenario, they won't give you planning permission to do shit, they'll have the feds all over you all the time. So the way to do it is small, well organised, and well connected sects or villages. That's the way, how can I say it without saying the word, anti-government sort of groups, political opposition groups have done things before, and they've had to use tactics to be able to override the regime's tactics. Okay, take care everyone. Hope you made it to the end, anyone, and you know you did, for a play to you, because I can be quite boring, and it took me a while to get where I was going, but I appreciate you listening. Take care, y'all. Look after yourself, right? Heal yourself, and start looking after the others who need it. That's as much to me as it is to anyone else. Cheery bye, y'all. From Rudy and Asket.